Hi, hello everyone. Hope you can hear me. We are back live on this Sunday, and in this stream, we are going to learn some hacking. Uh, actually, uh, I thought to do some hack the box machines in this stream, so that's why. Uh, Last time on the stream we did a try hack me mission, and this time we are going to do one hack the box mission. Uh, yeah, that's what. Feeling a bit nervous. This is my second stream, and I'm waiting for people to join. Maybe I know since I'm a beginner, I may not expect people to join earlier. But once I progress, once I give the quality content, people will automatically join my stream. Uh, yeah, actually, last week was a bit hectic. Uh, I was learning some new concepts, and I was setting up few things. I was setting up some virtual machines. I had to set that up for my various activities, various hacking activities. Not only for the hacking, not only for the team stuff. I had to set up my VMs for doing the stuffs like malware analysis, reverse engineering, and forensics analysis. So I had to set my VM up. So I was doing that work last week, and yeah, happy to be here, uh, sharing my time with you. Hopefully, we will spend some quality time. We will spend some uh, productive time. Let's try to make this time productive. All right. Already I'm taking a lot of time, so I don't want to wait anymore. So let's try to start this stuff. Uh, yeah, hopefully you can see my screen. Now you're looking at my parent VM. So it's a Linux VM, similar to Kali Linux, specially made for penetration testers and red teamers. So it comes up with the tools installed, and also you can it is actually a beginner friendly. So I chose this VM. In this VM only we did our last assessment as well. We were extracting the Chrome secrets, so we were doing it in this same VM. And today we are going to do this machine. Hope you have seen that stream title. So this is the stuff we are going to proceed. A machine called Writeup. So let me spawn this machine. So it's a Linux machine with easy difficulty. Are you hearing any noise? Any background noise? Anything like that? Any noise? Just checking it. Is there any interruption? Is there any noisy? Ah, okay, all right. Hope it is good. I got the IP address. It is 10.10.10.138. Okay, let's remember this. Meanwhile, I'll create. I'll connect to the HackTheBox network. I am moving to HackTheBox folder directory, and here moving to machines. Here I got the VPN file downloaded. I call OpenVPN and lab. Now we are connected to HackTheBox network. Hope this is our IP. 10.10.14.7. All right, we got the IP address. Now hopefully we can begin. Doing our stuff. Machines. What else? I need to create a directory. The directory is nothing but Writeup. So yeah, I created the directory, and I'll create one more tab. Fine. Making a directory nmap to store my nmap results. Looks okay. I already got the IP address. It is 10.10.10.138. So let me start this. Let me ping and verify whether our destination is up. It is up. You may see the enumeration begins from this ping phase, and the TTL value is 63. If it is near 64, if it is lesser than 64, the value near 64, then you can assume it's a Linux operating system, Linux based operating system. If it is Windows, then default TTS value would be 128, and if it is lesser than 128, then you can decide it is a Windows operating system. Now we are up against a Linux operating system, and even the description says it is Linux. Well, okay, I'll start doing the nmap scan. Looks okay. I'm able to ping sudo nmap -sc -sv -on to store the scanned results in nmap format, and I am typing the file name Writeup, and here I am typing the IP address -v to enable the maximum verbosity. Fine. Let's start this sign. Yeah. We directly found couple of ports open, port 80 and port 22. It's a good sign, and our script enumeration and the version enumeration will throw the version of that service, what service it is and what is the version it will throw. Yes, you can see this now. Here are the protocols open. Port 22, it is open SSH as expected, and OpenSSH Debian, OpenSSH 9.2 P1 Debian. Fine. So here is the OpenSSH version, and we got the SSH protocol. So once we obtain the credentials, maybe we can try logging in with SSH. All right. And the next stuff is port 80. It's a web service. The web server is Apache. 2.4.25 is the version, and it also says Debian. So we are against Debian operating system. And HTTP title, nothing here yet. And the robots.txt, it has something in it. And here we got a path, Writeup. Okay, we got the path Writeup. Supported methods. Apart from that, nothing special. Let me go and access this web server. So here is the web server. We are against this web server, and it has some contents. News. Not yet live, already under attack. I found an your DOS protection script that is in place and watches Apache 40x errors and ban bad IPs. Hope you do not get hit by false positive drops. So looks like here they placed some kind of denial of service protection when a specific IP gets multiple not available, the client error, 40 error from the web application, then it will eventually deny that IP for a while. So that's a kind of DOS protection that is in place. So let me adjust my camera. Yeah, looks okay. So some kind of DOS protection in place. And if you know where to download proper DOS protection, please let me know via mail. So here is the potential email address, jkr@writeup.htb. So we got a domain name, writeup.htb. We can soon add this in our host file. And before that, anything else, anything interesting? By Normad Velux. This could be a username, but again, I'm not positive. And here it says the page is handcrafted with VI. Okay, fine. Let me read the source code. So the potential email address and a username, and here is the font stuff. I'm still searching through my backups, so there is nothing here yet. Okay, not an interesting stuff. If you remember, we found a directory Writeup from our nmap scan. So why don't we access that path? Here is the path Writeup. So it's a valid path. It has some contents in it. Okay. It is redirecting to a website, netsecfocus.com. All right. Home. After many months of lurking around on HTB, I also decided to start writing about the boxes I had. The upcoming days, weeks, and months, you will find more and more content here, as I am about to convert my famous incomplete notes into pretty write-ups. I am still searching for someone to provide or make a cool theme. If you are interested, please contact me. So it is bringing me nowhere, just a third-party website. So nothing interesting. We are in a home page. If I keep my cursor on this, hope you can see the left bottom. It says it says index.php question mark the parameter page equal to ypuffy. So here is the URL. Okay, I knew this box has a kind of an SQL injection vulnerability, but before before proving it, let's explore this what we have here. So kind of a write-up to these machines. Blue is a machine, and here is a write-up. this is the write-up for the machine write-up. So it is incomplete because this is the machine, right? So they will not give the write-up here itself. Fine. We got this stuff. So it's a PHP page. So why don't we try do some directory enumeration? So let's do that. I'm calling gobuster -u URL. So before that, let me add that host entry. Let me go to sudo nano etc hosts. Fine. And here I'm adding the host entry 10.10.10.138 writeup.htb. Writeup.htb. Fine. Okay. Cat etc host. Yeah, we have added the writeup.htb in our host file. And let me confirm that writeup.htb. Fine, it is resolving the IP address. So let's try with this domain writeup.htb. Okay, we got the same stuff. Nothing changes here. Here is a keyword I found, an EOR DOS protection. So let's Google it, what kind of stuff it is. Straight away giving the HackTheBox write-up for this machine. I'm not gonna refer this. And here I got one vulnerability, CVEID. We shall explore it later because we need to do a lot of stuff before that. Let's initiate the gobuster. It's a directory scanning, so I'm doing it -u and I'm adding the URL. Then -word list share word list sec list discovery web content. No. Raft small words.txt. Fine. I'm just putting it in a file. The output, whatever the output, I'm just putting in a file. It's actually a PHP web server, right? So why don't we add the extension to it? -x, it's PHP server. Connection refused. What happens here? I'm adding extension. Error running gobuster, unable to connect. Okay, looks like the connection is refused. As I said, there is some kind of DOS protection. So whenever it sends 4.0 error to the request, upon a certain, after a certain number of responses, it denies that specific IP who gives the request. So that's why we are unable to scan. You can look at this. So thread is 10. So per second we are giving 10 requests. So is it possible to modify the thread here? -help. Let me just modify the thread to 1 or 2. I'll just minimize the thread. I'm giving 3. So let's send this request now. Still it is throwing 1 maybe. -t3. No. Since there is some DDoS error, we are unable to do this. Fine. So let me go to this writeup directory, and here we got some stuff, right? It is calling some parameter. It's a PHP page. Maybe this ypuffy, a separate PHP file, it might be including this PHP file into this index.php. That is possible. So if that's the case, we can simply try some file inclusion technique, a typical HC pass WT. I'm just trying to read this file through file inclusion flaw. No, it is not found. It says it is not found, and I'm just copying this. Let me apply some bypass payload. I'm applying this bypass payload. So let me explain this, what it is. For that, I am opening code, new session. So this is a payload to bypass the file inclusion filters. Let me tell you how. So here is the find and replace. Sometimes the filter might have applied. So this is the typical file inclusion payload. They just navigate 4 directories before in this case, and trying to read HC pass WD, right? So this is the typical payload. And sometimes in filters, they might have applied the filters like this. If you see characters like this, then replace it with nothing. So that should be the that could be the filter sometimes, the inclusion filter, the file inclusion filters. So in that case, if there is a filter like this, then we can simply find this thing and replace it with nothing. Okay. If I replace this, then again I will get a payload like this. So that's why I said this is a payload to bypass this kind of filters. So let me try this as well. Still I get 404 not found. So it is not allowing us to do the file inclusion. Well, okay. Here it is getting some page, so it might be getting it from the database also. So in that case, if I try to close this statement, for example, if it is gaining these pages from the database, then what we can do, we can just try to infer some SQL statement that might be executing at the back end. So let me try to tell you that let me try to frame that SQL statement. So it is actually looking for this page. Maybe this entire blocks might have added in a table called blog, maybe. So they might be sending query like this: select ypuffy from blocks. This could be the this could be the statement. So this could be the statement: select all from blocks where blog name. It's actually a column name, I guess. Yeah, where blog name equal to ypuffy. So this could be the query executed at the back end when they give a request like this. So in that case, what we can do, we can simply try to manipulate this state. So what we can do, I can simply add a single quote and close this SQL statement, then initiate a new statement. It could be single quote, sometimes double quote, whatever. So I'm just adding a single quote, and here I'm appending another statement. I might be using AND or union statement. Typically, when you are when any SQL statement is incorporated at the backend, it might be a union injection. It might be a union based SQL injection. So I can give union select, and here I can query something. Maybe I can give 1, 2 or random numbers, If it delays, then we can assume if it delays, or if it throws the number whatever we are giving here on the screen, or if it is taking some time to respond, then we can assume there is some kind of SQL injection in this place. So especially if you are using union statement along with select, then it has to match the number of columns here. Whatever the number of columns in the first table, it has to be matched with the second statement column numbers. So it is just one column given here. If it is not working, then I can just append a second column here. Then I can append a third column here. Then I can append a fourth column here. So like that we can give multiple requests by tweaking this input, and we can find the number of columns in that specific table. So if we can enumerate the number of columns, then we can move to the next one. What is the column name? So that's the next step. So this is how you need to proceed with the enumeration. And the column, the characters I added at the end, hyphen, is nothing but a comment. So this is the comment, hyphen, and a space. So that is the comment in SQL statement. And you can also use a hash in some places. And sometimes you can use hyphen, space, hyphen. We are adding another hyphen at the end just to denote there is a space in between. Okay, so this is how a statement should be. I'm just trying to give that. So let me fill this, let me complete this SQL statement, and I'm just adding another stuff, and maybe, or union, select one. Nothing changes, not a weird behavior. Now I am getting an error. Fine. Server not found. So looks like we are getting some 500 error here. So let's confirm this with burp suite. I'll start burp suite. In this burp suite, we can intercept this request and observe the changes in behavior. Okay, fine. So let me give this request. I need to intercept this, and giving the request again. Writeup index.php page, and this one. Look at this. Here is the cookie, CMS session ID cookie. So it is actually an important point. CMS session ID. We have seen this somewhere. When we were looking for this EOR DOS protection, we have seen this keyword, CMS made simple. So let's come to that point in a moment. But before that, we can intercept this real quick. Here is the stuff. I'm just closing this and adding the union. So okay, before that, let me give this request. Nothing happens. Failed to connect to Writeup. I'll disable this. Let me give this request again. It works. So I intercept again. Okay. Yeah. Now we got the response. It says 200 OK. And for 15,939 bytes as a response, and it took 65 milliseconds. Okay, we got the response, and here I am adding the SQL stuff. We got the response 404 not found. It says the y puffy colon, this page is not exist. So let me add some other thing, some other page name which is not exist. It still says 404 not found. So it is not a weird behavior. Once we added the single quote, it says 404 not found. So it's not a weird behavior. It says a page ypuffy single quote is not exist. So it is treating this single quote as another character. So that is not an issue here, but where I'll try to add union, select, and few more stuff. I'll add a comment at the end. I'll give this request again. It says 400 bad request. So it found we added some spaces in this request. So I'll try to encode this. I'll try to URL encode and give the request. It still says 404 not found. It is not a weird behavior. Still now, it's not a weird behavior. Okay, so I'm just making it clear. It is not a weird behavior. What else? Comma 2, giving the request again, 404 not found. Comma 3, 404 not found. 4 not found. 5 not found. 6 not found. 7 not found. 8 not found. Nothing happens. Okay. So I don't see any weird behavior here. If it matches with the existing the current number of columns, then then typically it will typically it will expose some weird behavior. Maybe what we can do, I can just use select statement. Here it is not displaying any weird stuff, but what if I sleep for 3 seconds? I'm giving this no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it is not possessing any weird behavior. What I can do now, I'll try to give this. I'll try to use this AND statement. And sleep 3 maybe. I'm just adding another statement, and in between I'm just adding the logical operator AND. So it will execute this and this. If what I can say, it will try to execute this one and this one if there is an SQL injection. So it will delay. So let's see what happens here. I will encode this. I'll URL encode this and send the request. No, it is not at all exposing or expressing any weird stuff. Okay. Now I don't see any weird behavior here with this payload, with the payloads that I used. What if I change this cookie value? Once again, a bad request. $200 okay. Even though I tampered this cookie value, it still gives me that same response. So nothing interesting. All right. Fine. What we can do, I'll try to read this page source. Disable this perf suite. Okay, here is the hint. CMS made simple. So looks like some content management system. Let's search what it is. I don't see any version value here for the CMS made simple, but it might has some potential vulnerabilities. CMS made simple. It's a free open source content management system to provide developers, programmers, and site owners a web-based development and administration area. So it's an open source content management system that provides web-based development administration area. Fine. So it's kind of a content management system used for web development by developers. Okay. And here is a link to the exploit DB. So I'll open this. it redirected me to a document, but what the hell I am up against? Nothing special. I'll give exploit, and here is the first link. CMS made simple version lesser than 2.2.10. It has SQL injection in it. I need to pause this stream a while. So let me pause this stream and come again. Yeah, I'm back. So here we got one exploit link. So let's get into this and explore what it is. Unauthenticated SQL injection on CMS made simple. So our application might potentially affected with this vulnerability, and we can just try confirming it in a moment. And before that, I'm just trying to check is it exposing any version detail. I do not think so. It is not having any version detail here. It just gave the name. However, it might be potentially vulnerable to this. Fine. So this is the CVE ID. What it exactly does. So here they are giving the base URL. So our base URL is Writeup. The directory is Writeup. Okay. And it asks for the word list and crack. There is an option for crack and specify an URL target. Example usage, no cracking password, cracking password. So what it is exactly doing? It is getting this URL and appending this stuff with this URL and what it does. And it is appending this specific payload, and there is another thing called payload. The payload is nothing but this SQL statement. Looks like we got a payload to test, so let's try doing it. I guess we are good to try this payload now. So let me open this. I'll just try to formulate. I'll just try to create that URL. So here is the path, Writeup, and along with this URL, it is actually adding this one. Okay, then I need to append this one. Okay, then payload. It has multiple payloads for various stuffs. Just to confirm this SQL injection, I'll take a simple payload here. I'll take whatever the content within this. Here I'll try to explain what exactly happens. Okay. So here is the URL, writeup module interface.php, and the parameter mact equal to news comma m1 underscore comma default comma 0 ampersand m1 underscore id list equal to a comma b comma 1 comma 5, some kind of payload. I'm not sure, maybe it is specific to this CMS content management system. And here now you can see here they are closing this bracket and taking and okay, I think they can let me search this. Okay, list equal to payload. Yeah, here there are two brackets. Here they are applying and they are giving the statement. So whatever the statement it is, I'll just give a simple statement. Select sleep. Maybe I'll just replace a value. I'll give value 5 here. Okay. We need to close the bracket. I don't think so. I'll just remove this, the whole stuff, and add a comment. So let me try this one. I'll try this payload. If it works fine, then it will delay for 5 seconds. It's not working now. Maybe I'll try to move this to Burp Suite. So in Burp Suite, we can play with that repeater. Okay, we got this, and I'm just moving this to repeater, and here I am. Looks like an invalid request. Fine, I'll remove this pluses with space. I'm just URL decoding it. Looks okay. I'll URL encode it once again. We need to encode it from here. It's not throwing, it's not taking any time, it's not delaying, first of all. So we can move ahead. We need to add the one more bracket. Maybe by removing select, can we trigger this? Yeah, look at this. When I selected this, when I removed this select statement, I simply I used and the sleep statement. I gave 5 seconds delay. You may see the response here. It says exactly little more than 5 seconds, 5.065 milliseconds. When I change it to 8 and give the request again, it will take 8 seconds to respond, which means we are able to execute this sleep statement here. It's a good sign. We just found time-based Boolean blind SQL injection. Okay. I'm giving the request again. It is taking 8 seconds time. I'll change this value to 3 this time. It will take 3 seconds to respond. And you can see 3064 milliseconds, which is nothing but 3 seconds. Okay. So this is the vulnerability we had to find. We were just trying to find. So this is the vulnerability. Now we found this time-based Boolean blind. Maybe we need to find some other payload just to exploit it. And how can we find that? In GitHub, there is a page called payload all the things. Payload all the things. So before I apply this, I mean, we just found this specific exploit is valid. It is working. But instead, I'm using this exploit straight away. I'm just trying some other custom payloads from payload all the things of GitHub. So if it works, then I can just create my own script and extract this. So it will be a good learning. So that's why I'm trying this. Let's see. I might be luck. I may not be luck. SQL injection. It's probably MySQL. So I'm just taking this. MySQL time-based. Here we got multiple payloads to test, and all these statements are using select. All these things are using select statement, and I'm not using select statement here. I'm just looking some other way, some condition, because it is actually a time-based Boolean. I mean, the time-based blind injection. So in this case, I cannot read any outcome on the screen. It won't display any stuff on the screen. The only indicator is if it is a valid query, it will take some time. Whatever the delay we mentioned, it will take that time. And if you are querying the correct stuff, then it will do that. If you're not querying the correct values, then it will not delay. So by using that difference, we need to query the database and extract the value out of it. So that's the concept of time-based injection. I'm just trying to find the condition. Maybe if statement. Will it be useful? Here is the stuff. Here I got the statement. This could be worth trying. I'm just replacing this stuff. And if mid this version, at version, it actually enumerates the database version. If the database version value begins with the number 5, then it will take some time to respond, whatever the seconds we mentioned. I mentioned 3 seconds. If it takes some time, I mean, if the value is 5, then it will, let me correct this. The mid is actually a function in SQL. It actually queries the version. If the version value, the first letter of the version value equals to 5, then it will take 3 seconds. You will sleep for 3 seconds. That is the concept of this specific statement. So we got this. I keep the payload ready. So let me give this request. It is not at all giving any delay, time delay. Maybe I can use substring. Substring is another similar function in SQL. I'll give this no. It's not taking time. So I'm trying this payload, but it is not working, unfortunately. So which means the number it begins with, it may not be 5. Maybe I can try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already checked. 6, 7, 8, 9. If it begins with 10, 11, 12, it will begin with 1, right? So no, it's not begin with any number. Can it be alphabet? I don't think so. It will take a lot of time because you need to give request like this. You need to check one character at a time. So obviously it will take some time. Usually the Boolean based blind, time based blind injections are time taking process. You definitely should know how to create how to automate it through a script. So then you can save a lot of your time. Only you need to spend time creating that script. Then the script will do the rest. So this is a statement not works for me. Since I already worked on this, I knew what I'm up against. So I'm just downloading this exploit. Maybe we can tweak few things in this code and we can execute this code. It will eventually give us the database for us. Okay, we saved this. I'll open this file in code, Writeup, and here is the Python script. Fine. Unauthenticated SQL injection on CMS. Let's review this code and find what we are up against. It imported request library, term color library. It is getting some arguments, URLs, word list, and options to crack the password. I think in the CMS database, I mean whatever the backend database, I think it is MySQL. If it is MySQL, I think it stores the password in a hash format. So they actually brought a separate function to crack those hashes as well in this exploit itself. So that's the thing. So let's confirm this by reviewing this. Specify an URL target, example usage, with no cracking password, with cracking password. So if you need to crack the password also, then we need to mention this and the word list. Otherwise, you can simply mention the URI. It will throw you the hash value. Fine. So here is the URL and request session. In the dictionary, they added alphanumeric values and some special characters. The flag is true. They created some empty string just to store the outcome. And here is a specific variable called salt. So looks like the password stored in this database is a salted password. Salted password is nothing but, let me explain this in a simple way. For example, if we have a password, once it hashed, the hash will look like this. Just assume the hash will look like this. So if any adversary obtains this hash, they can simply do some hash cracker and try to use some word list and they may crack this password. But when we use a salted hash, what will happen? There will be a salt. Salt is nothing but a random string. Okay, it could be like this. So this could be the random string. So what will happen when the specific password is hashed? Before hashing the password, it will try to add the password along with that salt value. So it will take the password like this and it will hash this value. So what this value would look like? It will look like a different hash value. And this hash value is different than this. If they try to crack this hash value, they may get some invalid password. So it will make the password cracking process difficult. So that's why people use this salted hash values, the salting stuff. Okay, and let's go to this main statement. From the main statement we can come main function. I think here they are calling the functions. There is no main function, but they are calling all the functions at the end. Fine. Now let's read through every function. Crack password. So what it does, it actually takes this variable, output, word list, salt, everything. It needs the salt value also, but we don't know what the salt value is. I think it's present in this dump salt function. So I'll just come order wise. The first function is dump salt, so it is called, and let's go to this dump salt function. What it does, it gets flag, that is empty variable salt output. When there is a flag, it is actually taking the dictionary. We found this, right? Some random not random, some alphanumerical characters. So it brought this dictionary, and as I said, it is just appending the dictionary to this salt value. Okay, and it is taking this payload, it is bringing this payload, and here the time value, the seconds, instead of hard coding this time value, it is just getting this time value from us. So we can mention this time value. So that's what given here, and here you can see that whole statement that actually triggers this time-based SQL injection. I mean the sleep statement that triggers the sleep statement, and this is the payload, and they are simply appending that payload with this value and with this value, and start time. When they start this, they are notifying that time, and they give the request to that URL, and it takes some time. So when it gets the response, it takes that time also, and it deducts that time from the start time. I mean from the elapsed time. It deducts the start time from the elapsed time. So the remaining time will be the time delay. If that specific time delay is equal to that time delay we mentioned, then we can say that condition is true. Whatever the condition we specified is true. Okay, so that is how it works, and eventually it dumps the salt. So we got the salt value from this function. What is the next function? Hopefully it's dump username. So let's get into that. So here is the dump username function. It do the same thing, same sort of thing, uses the same dictionary, and uses the different statement. Select sleep from CMS users. CMS underscore users is a table name in that CMS content management system. So they are just using that statement. When the username, they are using like statement. So they use some wildcard and try to find that username character. They enumerate the username one character at a time. So that's what this statement is all about. And eventually they drops that username also. Then the email dumping, it works in the same way. From the CMS user, they are just getting some time delay when the email is like the specific email, or they just check each character of email ID at a time. So this is the function to dump the email. Okay, and the dump password is the last stuff. So this is the statement where password like the specific value. The specific value is nothing but the dictionary. Whatever the value we are getting from the dictionary, they are just using the ordinal function and the hex function. They are converting into hexadecimal format. They are removing that 0 and x at the front, and they are just getting that hex byte and using that hex byte in this odd pass temp. They are just passing it into this SQL statement. We already have this 0x at the front, so we are just passing the hex byte here. So they complete this SQL statement and give the request. So once it matches that specific character, it invokes the time delay. Okay, at the time we can see that specific character is a valid character. So that is how it dumps the password also. So all these functions using a same kind of thing, only this SQL statement changes. Okay, and the SQL statement changes. At the end, it compares that starting time, the elapsed time, and also it detects that elapsed time. Sorry, it detects the start time from the elapsed time, so that we will get the remaining time delay. All right, now we got everything we want, and anything else we need to check. If there is a print statement, look at this print statement. Looks like all these statements are in the Python 2 format. So I need to change that here. So there are 19 print statements. few statements are C print. So we need to check print also, print alone. Fine. I'll just add a bracket here. Since we are using Python 3, we need to add this bracket, which is inevitable. Let me add this. It is a time-taking process. Now we remove that error statement. This disappeared, right? One more print statement. One more print statement. Okay, now I think we fixed this errors. Let's give this here. I'll disable this. I need to give this URL as an argument. All right. We got this script Python 3 466, and here when I give this, in line 183 it is throwing some error. Okay, I'll go here and edit. I'm reviewing that colored function. Now it works. There is no error. We resolved this error. Fine. I'll give the URL. The URL is nothing but this writeup. We shouldn't add this trailing slash because it is already added in this. Here it is added. So we don't need to add this. If I give, it is trying to dump some stuff. I think it will dump that password hash, I guess. So it is dumping. It is taking some time. Now we are executing the script. Even the script takes some time. Now look at this. We found the salt. Now it's trying to grab the username and email ID. I think it will dump the password also. The only last thing it will not do is the password cracking. We can do that stuff ourselves. Okay. I'll tell you how to do that. We found a password slash and username is JKR. We already found that username here, front page. If you don't remember, I'll show you again. We found this JKR at writeup.htb. That would be the email ID here also. HTB. Yeah, that's it. Last character, it won't match. So it will move to the next one. Yeah. Then now we try to grab the password hash. So once we got the password hash and salt, it is easy to grab the password used in this. Once we gain the username and password, maybe we can try that username and password to log in this CMS application, if any. I think there is a path here. Let me try CMS. I'll try to read more about this CMS. Documentation. Is there any documentation? It's an open source stuff. User management, content, configuration. Looks like there is an admin console. I mean, we were not able to do the directory enumeration because there is a DOS protection in place. So I'm just trying to find, is there any path that brings us to the dashboard? Any control panel? Admin login. Look at this. CMS made simple installed in a subdirectory. So there is a subdirectory called admin. So let's try to access that. Not found. Maybe I need to navigate to this Writeup and then admin. It is asking for username and password. So this is the admin panel. If we have a valid username and password, maybe we can try logging into this admin dashboard as well. Fine. We got the password. We got the salt. I'll copy this. Why I'm not able to copy this? This hung is not working properly, creating some issue. My VM is hung. When I'm in live, if I face this kind of issues, it is literally annoying. I'll close this, save machine state. I'm just closing this VM and opening it again. The VM is hung. I'll just start this where I left. I start from where I left. It is restoring the VM. Fine. It's not fixing it. I'll power off and restart the VM again. I lost my progress. However, I can reinitiate the script. It literally take few minutes. Machine is up. If we were in Tmux, we would have grabbed whatever the stuff we lost. But anyway, no issues. I'll move to this directory and execute this again. This time, hopefully, we will get the salt, password, everything that we need. 46635.py URL. I need to give this specific URL, and here it is. I'll paste this. Yeah, I don't need to crack the password. I'll explain how to crack that salted password in a moment. -u before the URL. Yeah, let's wait for a while it cracks. Let's learn something while it cracks. Bleeping computer. I'll go to bleepingcomputer.com. If you are new to this website, if you haven't accessed this website, and let me give you a brief introduction. Bleeping Computer is an awesome website to learn the latest news in our cybersecurity industry. In our information security community, if anything happens, if you want to know something, if you want to know the latest attacks, latest zero-day vulnerabilities, or any new malware that is found in wild, so you can learn those stuffs in this website. So it's a comprehensive site being updated every day. You can learn some incredible stuffs here. Looks like some Android malicious application. Lot of incredible stuffs you can learn from this website. I just used to learn this news from these websites often. I'm still using it. I still learn the contents from here. Vulture banking Trojan for Android that includes more advanced remote control capabilities and improved evasion mechanism. Researchers at fraud detection company Threat Fabric first documented the malware in March 2021. In late 2022, they observed it being distributed over Google Play. Sorry. Yeah, we got an old blog about this. At the end of 2023, mobile security platform Zimperium included Vulture in its top 10 most active banking projects for the year. Nothing that mine of its variants targeted 122 banking app in 15 countries. Report from Fox IT, part of NCC Group, warns the new, more evasive version of Vulture spreads to victims through hybrid attack that relies on phishing through SMS and phone calls that trick the target into installing the version of malware masquerades the McAfee security app. So here is the attack chain, the attack path, how it begins its attack. And we got the blog At the end, hopefully we can read the hash value as well. Proper vulture payload. So they analyzed these many samples before writing the blog. We also have that sample here, but maybe we can try analyzing this kind of malicious sample in another stream. For this stream, we already got some work to do. We got the password value and also the hash value. So let's see what kind of hash it is. I'll just go to crack station. Before that, let me find how many characters it has. Type wc utility with -c tag will give the number of characters, 32. Typically MD5 hashes has 32 characters. I'll go to crack station. And here is the crack station, and I'm bringing the hash value here, cracking the hash. It says unknown because along with this hash value they added this salt as well, so it's a salted MD5 hash. So let me add this salt value at the end. Do I get any hash value? I don't think so. We don't have any hash value here, I mean any cracked value here. Maybe we can try to crack this hash with hashcat. I think we have hashcat in my machine. Hashcat, yes, we do have. I'll type help here and I'll just try to grep, because a lot of strings we got. Grep salted MD5. MD5 maybe. Yeah, here it has all the, I'm not sure what number it is, but every number denotes every kind of hash. So here you can see the MD5 password and salt. They are just getting the password and appending the salt value. And here they are getting the salt value and appending the password value. Let's see our script, how they wrote this, how they wrote the script. We also seen that password cracking functionality in that in that Python script. So let's see how it cracks. Crack password. It is actually getting the salt value and it is getting the password value. Salt and password. So they might be using this specific format of MD5. They add the salt and append the password, then they create the MD5 hash for the whole thing. So in this way they are doing it. So let me give 20 here. I think I need to mention the salt also. If it is a salted hash, how I can mention that salt value? A denotes attack. I need to keep the salt here and password here. That should be the format. So let's try and keep the format. I mean, let's try and keep the hashes in that format. But before that, I'll try to refer it how to crack this salted MD5 hash. Salted MD5 hash crack. In attack defense, there is a video, I guess. Yeah, this video would answer how to do that. Let's watch this. There is a hash, there is a salt, and keeping the password hash in the front and appending the salt value. Password in the front and salt at the back. So they're using this technique. 10. All right. It actually cracked a hash. Fine. I got how to do it. We got the hash value and the salt value. I'll just put it in echo -n hash value, copy, pasting this, colon, salt value. Pasting this. Okay. Hash.txt. Fine. We got the hash, and I know we can use hashcat -a 0 attack mode, I think, and -m, which is nothing but 10, then hash value and -w to use the word list. User share word list raw_q.txt. So value must be a number. EA0 M0 digest and the password directly. Not a word list. I simply need to mention this. So it is trying to crack the hash. Let's wait. How long will it take? I got a question. I have completed TCM bug bounty course as a beginner. What certification should I get to secure a job? I heard about the bug bounty certification. However, I'm not positive. I haven't done the bug bounty certification before, but still it is similar to the pen test certifications you typically take. Maybe you can try for the HackTheBox certification, which is affordable, and also it has some value in the community. I think that's the way you can do. Before OSCP, you can try the HackTheBox certifications. HackTheBox certifications, yes. I think HackTheBox also offers certifications in bug bounty. You can take that. HackTheBox certifications. I shared you the link, Mr. Bhavan. You can refer this link. It actually lists all the certifications that HackTheBox offers. You can just refer the certification. If it is close to your heart, you can take. You can go and try that. Compared to OSCP, it is affordable, and I heard uh, this certification, the Hack the Box certification, is tougher than OSCP. So if you manage to crack this Hack the Box certification, then you can directly go and take OSCP. That is my opinion, because this Hack the Box certification is also more focused on Active Directory, and the OSCP is also focused on Active Directory. Not completely, but up to certain extent. It has some Active Directory machines. So I think it is challenging one. You can take this. Well, okay, I think we got something. Did we get something, or no? I don't think it cracked any hash. No, not at all. Hyphen show. No, it is not. It has not cracked any hash. I think we need to change this to 20 value. So I'll change it to 20. If required, I'll change that format also. This time, if we have luck, it will crack the password. Let's see. It cracked the password. Recovered. We got the password, and here is the password. RayKJ9. I'll click show, and here is the password. We cracked the password. Good. Now, I actually said right here in this thing, we got the username. Username is JKR, and we got the password also. So let's try and log in this with this password. It still says unauthorized. I'll start a new session, maybe. Here in Writeup, admin JKR, and the password. It is not allowing me to sign in. We got a credential, but we are not lucky enough to log in with this credential. I'll store this credential somewhere safer. Echo-n creds.txt. Fine. Okay. We got SSH opened, right? So why don't we try logging in with that? We got SSH. So we can try login SSH with that credential. Let's do that. JKR. That's the username. And the IP address, maybe I'll try with the domain name. Writeup.htb. Yes. And pasting this. Oh, we got the shell. We got the shell. We logged in. That's the credential for the user JKR on the box. We logged in. We got the user flag also. So the next thing we need to do, privask. I'm the user JKR. So what are all the privileges do I have? No. Sudo command not found. There is no sudo command at all. Weird. Bash history sent to dev null. We got dot profile, bash rc. All are a normal thing. Fine. Any user? Any other user apart from JKR? No. Cat HC pass WD, and any user who has shell, grep ends with shell. Only two users, JKR and root. Now from this user we need to escalate to root directly. Nothing special. What I can do in this stage, I'll bring lin piece because I have no idea what to do next. Any other weird directory in the root tree? No. I'm part of JKR, CD-ROM, floppy, dip, video, plug dev, staff, net dev. What about the group staff? Weird groups. So these are the groups I'm part of. I'm a member of these groups and I'm not sure what to do with this. Maybe I'll bring lin piece directly and enumerate. Let me grab the latest one, released 3 hours ago, linpiece.sh, stb machines writeup. All right. Do I have curl or wget? We have wget, and here I can initiate this Python server just to transfer the script. What's my IP? .10.10.14.7. I can reach that machine, so go http:// port 8000 and the file name linpiece.sh. Yeah, I got that script plus x lin piece. It is running the script. This script actually to enumerate the privilege escalation factors. By running this script, you can just simplify your privilege escalation task. Fine. Let's go to the top. Read through this. We came a long way. Yeah, from here. User is part of a group video, plug dev, CD-ROM. Okay. Code name, user local bin, user local games. Any interesting stuff? Home directory. I don't want to go with the kernel exploit because typically you will get the root shell when you exploit this kernel exploit, but it is actually an old machine. This machine is released in 2019, so most probably you will get this root shell, but I don't want to go with this unless I get some uh, fruitful stuff. So let's see the list of processes running. Apache, cron, fail to ban, yes, spin. Yes, HT dump scripts from root. We can see the database here. We can log in the database MySQL, and within the database we can read through. I mean, we can read the document that we just extracted. The credential stored in an hashed format in the database. So we will get nothing when we log in this. So I already tried. That's why I'm just skipping this. And I can see not a weird thing. We found SSH, right? So nothing weird here. It's the Apache 2 passwords. Okay. HTPassWD has some password hash, but I don't think this will create any difference. Open SSH SSD config. Bash history user.txt. Hmm. The LNPs also looks for the backup files. That's why we are seeing these many files here. It is looking for a keyword backup. So the lint is not at all giving any useful result. Cat, let me cat this. Just SSH config. So I don't see any interesting info. At this stage, what we can do, I know another script called pspy. The pspy script is nothing but a Python script that when it runs, it actually monitors every process and its interaction with the file system. Maybe we will try to run this. I'll take this pspy 64, maybe. Yeah, pspy 64, pspy. I'll try this. It's still serving. I search for not a curl, wget. Yeah, this command. I search for pspy. Sorry, download the pspy. Not found. Not the file name. pspy 64. Fine. It downloaded. Modifying it as executable. File pspy. It's a Linux executable. Okay. pspy. Here you can see the list of processes that are running and its interaction with the file system. Fail to ban. What else it runs? It actually executes the cron job here. Look at this. In a path root bin cleanup.pl, it is actually executing this script. If we have a privilege to modify this script, then we can write some the PL reverse shell on this file, and we can make this shell, we can make the script to be executed by the root. We can make the script to get executed by the root. Maybe I'll try to look at the privileges on the specific file. I don't want to disturb this session because I might find something else. So let me search this once again. JKR @ 10 138 138. Okay. Yes. Ray KJ9. Ray KJ9. Okay. And here, if I go and find the privileges, I don't have privilege. I don't have any privilege to get into the root directory itself. Since I don't have a privilege, I cannot modify this file. Let's see what we have. I was here. Again, it executed this in a minute interval, I guess. And after that, what happened? Look at this. I think I found something here. Run parts. It is actually executing this command. When it executes this, I think when I log in, the SSH executes this. So let's confirm the same. I log out this. I need to log out this session. Yeah, I logged out. Now I try logging in this. I pasted the password. I keep it ready. Look at this. SSH accepted. So when I click enter, or I'll give the password again and enter. Permission denied. I think I am trying a wrong password here. Yeah, I forgot to copy 9. Copy, paste. Yeah, it is working now. I'll paste this again. I logged in, and look at this. It executed the script. So let's try to inspect what it is. it is trying to execute this script run parts. Okay, where it is? Do I have locate? It's not there, but I think it is in bin, by bin directory. Run parts. Yeah, it has the bin directory has that file run parts. I cat this file, I got nothing, but ls-la -bin run parts. It is not writable by me. But when it runs this, run parts script, it is calling this and calling this file also. Yeah, it is actually running this command. So let's try to read the privilege upon this file. -la. Is it a directory? Okay, I think I got what I need to do. I'm not going to do anything with this update motd.d ls-la. Update motdd. I don't have any privilege to modify this, but here in this specific execution, you can see instead it calls the binary name simply, it actually calls the whole path, that the whole value of that path environment variable, all the environment variable, path environment variable. Let me show this here in a moment. Here I'm giving echo path. It actually gives me all the paths. If we put any binary within this path, then we can call that binary from anywhere in this file system. So we no need to mention the full path. So that is the purpose of this path environment variable. And here user local bin path has the precedence over user bin path or bin path. Hope you got the point. Here it mentioned bin path. In bin path there is a script called run-parts, but if you see this carefully, we have user local sbin and user local bin has preference over this bin path, which is actually a bad thing for end user, because good thing for hackers, because we can put a script with the name of run parts in this user local bin, and we can just try to hijack this specific run parts script, and we can make this script to execute our script instead of this real run-parts. So that should be the privilege escalation factor here. So let me confirm the privilege on this path. So I don't need to cut, I need to copy, and ls-la permission denied. And here if you see, bin, the staff user, the group who has the write access also on this bin. Okay, cd bin. All right, I think I need to move to this cd bin. Yeah, here I think I can I create touch test? No, I can't create. What about this path? Yes bin. Permission denied. ls hyphen la hyphen la. I think I got not this user USR local bin. Instead, we got access to this USR /bin. I think we can write our script run parts in this path. Eventually, this will take precedence over this run parts bin path. So I think that is the stuff. What if I create file called uh, run parts? Permission denied. I don't have permission. cd yes bin touch test. Permission denied once again. Okay. I think let me go path. If I go to user local ls-la, the staff has write access on this bin, USR local bin. Yeah. USR local bin. So I create process. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think I can run this USR local bin. I confused a bit. I got confused. So here I don't have any privilege to read. I don't have privilege to read here. You can see there is no read privilege. So that's why I am unable to read anything. But however, I can write some content within that. So let's do that. I'll try to do it. Okay. What I can do. Fine. I'll try to execute a command like this. Okay. I will copy bin bash to bin Peru. I'll just replace the bash with my name, and the next code would be changing the chmod u plus s, enabling the SUID bit on the binary I created, bin Peru. So this is the script I need to run. Okay, I'll add a line break here, and here I need to give a space and couple of line breaks. The beginning I need to give bin bash. I'm mentioning the shebang. Okay, I think if I give echo to this, what will happen? Sorry, I need to run it on this echo -n. Okay, I think I bin bash cp bin bash bin peru chmod us bin peru. Fine, looks okay. I need to escape this. Yeah, so it's a valid script only. I think I can try executing this, but before that I'm just pushing this to echo -n, and within the user local in run parts. So that's the run -parts. So this is the file. Okay, I need to execute it here. Event not found. Which bash? Bin bash only. If I give -e, event not found. /n cp space bin bash bin chmod u plus s bin peru. Okay, whatever. Okay. chmod plus x. Okay. I think here I need to change this to chmod plus x. Chmod plus x. I'm just I found a path to hijack. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to create the script. User local bin run -parts. Maybe this one. Will it work? Event not found. Again the same issue. It's not working for some reasons. I just referred this command from a write-up. So let me try this. It worked. What was the difference? I used the same thing, but I was using a double quote instead of single quote. What if I use what if I use single quote? Was that made a difference? Yeah, that was the issue. I should have used single quote instead of double quote, so it was not working. And I can try confirming this specific file content. Let me try reading this. Yeah, we got the content wrote on that. It wrote the file, and we can see we need to make this file to get executed by root. So when this file will get executed by root, for that we need to trigger this. If we need to trigger this, we need to log in to SSH. And once we log into SSH, instead of taking the run parts binary from this bin path, it will take this from user local bin path. So in this path, we wrote our run parts file. So in this way, we can hijack the path. All right, I'll just log out and try logging in. Where are the credentials? Creds. Cat creds. We logged in, and now we can validate that. We can simply try executing this binary. as no such file. ls-la -bin oxdf maybe. I think I should have made -e. I'll exit, log in again. Ray KJ9 logged in. ls-l-bin bin oxdf. It created this now, but it was not creating this. Why? Let me check it. I'll log in again. The password, logged in, and now I need to use command. I knew how to exploit this, but eventually I messed this up. That's why I had to refer this write-up. But there is nothing wrong in referring the write-ups, which is always good as long as you learn something. I used n here. I'll try to find what makes the difference if I use n. I used n here. I copy this command. I exit, log in. Okay. Now, if I check ls-l in path bin peru, I don't see anything because I need to use -e. I should have used -e. Password is okay. -e. So what makes the difference? -help -help -e. -e -n. What if I add -n? It adds no space. If I give e, gives some space. Man page of echo. I don't think so. Echo -n is not giving any space, but e, it actually gives one line space. So it makes some difference. So that's what made the issue here. And also the single quote, double quote. I should have used it. Fine. Nothing wrong. I'll log in again. Ray KJ9. That's the password. Ray KJ9. Yeah. ls-l bin. I set the SUID bit. It is controlled by root, and I can simply execute it as Peru, simply mentioning -p. Now, who am I? I'm the root. I'm the root now. ls-la, ls-la, root, permission denied. What? cd root, permission denied. But I can try read the flag root.txt, permission denied. Who am I? Who am I? Root. Yeah. Don't know what happened there. Now I can read the root flag. So this is the machine I wanted to showcase. Cron tab -l. No cron tab for JKR. Who am I? How to check the root cron tab? How to check the root cron tab? I'm just working that beyond part right now. Let's see cron tab. So let me read that. Let's see cron tab. Here they define the path, the complete path. Because what I'm trying to look at now is nothing but we have found this specific script is executed whenever we log in with SSH, right? That part where it is defined. What is making this script? Whether it is defined in cron tab, that's what I'm trying to look, but it is not defined in cron tab. But anyway, apart from all these things, I think we had some good learning session. Yeah, hopefully we had some good learning session. Yes, I think I can just bring my cam back. Yeah, I struggled a lot of strugglings during the stream, but struggling is good. If I'm struggling a lot, then I think I'm learning some new stuff. So that's what it means. Yeah, hopefully the stream is helpful. Hope you have learned some new stuff. So this is what I wanted to showcase in this stream. Hereafter, I'll try to make this kind of live streams whenever I can, whenever possible. I'll learn some new stuff and I'll try to bring this to the table. And yeah, this is what I wanted to showcase. This is the time to end my stream. I'll catch you next time with another exciting video or an exciting stream session. Until then, I'm signing off. Cheers and